If you have wavy hair and you've ever tried the curly girl method only to end up with limp waves, crunchy hair, or looking like you haven't washed your hair in 3 days, then this video is for you. Because I think we need to talk about something. The curly girl method was created for curly hair, not wavy hair. Hi, I'm Nikki. Welcome to La Paz Bound. So I spent years trying to force my waves to behave like curls because most curly hair creators online kept saying things like, your hair is just dehydrated. Trust the process. You need more moisture. You just haven't found the right routine yet. The transition takes time. It could be up to a year before your hair fully transitions. No, that is such bullshit. When I followed the curly girl method, my hair was flat, frizzy, heavy, stringy. It was just confused. I maybe had one good hair day per month. And once I stopped following a lot of the curly girl method's rules, my waves, they actually looked better. So today I want to talk about what didn't work for my wavy hair, what did work, why wavies need different advice than curlies, and the one curly girl method step that I still abide by. Based on the amount of comments that I have received from all of you wavies, thank you. It was comforting to know that I wasn't the only wavy-haired person who has been through this. The curly girl method, it sounds amazing in theory. And as I mentioned in my previous video, the curly girl method came out in 2011. Lorraine Massey wrote the book, she created the Diva products, and opened the salons where you could get someone specially trained to cut your unique hair type. And I understand why the curly girl method became so popular. For people with true curls or coils, it was revolutionary. No sulfates, no silicones, no heat, no brushing. Focus on moisture. For a lot of curly-haired people, it transformed their hair. But wavy hair sits in this weird middle category. We're not straight-haired, but we're also not curly enough for a lot of the heavy routines and products. Emphasis on heavy. And I think a lot of us started watching curly hair influencers and assumed, oh, this must be the secret. So we started buying leave-ins and curl creams and deep conditioners and co-washes and hair masks and oils and butters and microfiber towels. We started rummaging through our drawers for old t-shirts and flipping our heads upside down to fan out our hair on our beds so that we could plop. And our bathrooms and our shelves, they look like small beauty supply stores. And our hair, it looked bad. It stayed wet longer. It had no wave definition. It just looked crappy most wash days. And so we buy more of these products. We change our technique. We watch more videos to see what we're doing wrong. Maybe we needed to follow the bowl method. Maybe we needed to boil rice and rinse with rice water for more protein, or try apple cider vinegar rinse, or bring in a gallon of fresh spring water into the shower because our water was too hard or too soft. Was it time to clarify again and strip out all of those products so that we could reset like the curly girl method told us to do? Here's why the curly girl method didn't work for my wavy hair. Co-washing was a disaster. I know co-washing works beautifully for some curly hair types, but for my wavy hair, absolutely not. You're basically washing with a conditioner loaded with butters and oils. It weighs down our waves and provides too much moisture. Wavy hair often needs actual cleansing, especially in humid climates like Florida. Humidity plus heavy products plus proper cleansing, that combination can turn wavy hair into a limp mess real fast. And once I started using a real shampoo again, my scalp immediately felt healthier. Heavy moisture made my hair worse. This one is huge. The curly girl method pushes moisture hard. My hair wasn't dry, it was over moisturized. Fine wavy hair needs structured moisture by using lightweight products. Too much moisture results in mushy, limp, undefined, stringy, and frizzy hair. And every time I added more moisturizing products trying to fix it, it got worse. I think a lot of us wavies are walking around with overly moisturized hair thinking they need more moisture. And then they try to balance it out with protein. And too much protein makes our hair feel like straw. It's coarse and once again has no defined wave pattern. And then we clarify to reset, stripping all of our natural oils, and start the whole process over again, hoping that we finally crack the code to this wash day. What my hair actually needed was lighter products with structured moisture and protein, actual cleansing, and light layering with just gel and mousse. The type of products you use, it does matter. When I was doing stricter curly girl routines with heavier creams, richer conditioners, and multiple layers of products, my hair got buildup much faster. But once I switched to lighter products, especially lighter luxury products like my Oribe line that I love so much, I noticed a huge difference. My hair doesn't feel coated the same way, and I don't feel the need to clarify nearly as often. I'm not over here clarifying every week. It's more like once a month. I think a lot of us wavies assume that we need constant clarifying because we've been told all these products create buildup equally. But in my experience, lightweight products behave very differently on wavy hair than thick creams and butters. So for me, it wasn't really about being strictly anti-sulfate or pro-sulfate. It was more about using products that don't suffocate my hair in the first place. That alone reduced the buildup dramatically. Let's talk curl creams. I have one right here. They're terrible for my wavy hair. My hair looked like sad spaghetti. Most curl creams, they're just simply too rich for my hair type. My waves lost volume, my roots flattened, my hair felt coated. The more I moved away from curl creams and butters and oils, the more lightweight I went, the better my waves looked, consistently. And isn't that what we're all looking for, consistency? I don't want that one good hair day each month. I want good hair days every time I wash my hair. Lightweight products are everything for wavy hair. This was the biggest game changer, switching to products that are lightweight, that add just enough moisture, not overly saturating my hair with it. So I started wearing my hair wavy about, I want to say 3 to 4 weeks ago, after years of fighting it. And the waves keep getting more defined. I'm not going through a year-long transition period. I got good waves on the first day. Because I did my research, I stopped following the curly girl method using heavy products. I stopped stripping my natural oils. I stopped listening to influencers that didn't actually have my hair type, the ones that were promoting products because they were being paid to, not because they worked. I went back to using mousse, which always works for my wavy hair, and I switched to lightweight gel for definition and hold. Mousse helps keep my waves bouncy instead of flat, and the gel comes in and just locks everything in. The gel creates hold so that the waves actually survive this Florida humidity. Without gel, my waves can look amazing for about 45 minutes, and then gravity kicks in and the 2C waves, they become 2A. Mousse and gel support my wave pattern without crushing it. And I use both of them every single wash day, which is 2 to 3 times per week. So my current wavy hair routine is lightweight shampoo, lightweight conditioner, lightweight gel, and mousse. And a combination of diffusing for no more than 10 to 15 minutes and then air drying. And I pull my bangs back because they are in the period of hitting my eyeball right now. The curly girl method says heat styling, it's a no-no. But gentle diffusing on low to medium heat completely changed my results. Summer is here in Florida, and air drying and humidity sometimes turns my hair into a giant frizz cloud. Diffusing helps, but not until it's completely dry. So I only diffuse for 10 to 15 minutes, and then I let the air condition in my house finish drying my hair. Diffusing cuts down on the time it takes for my hair to air dry, which is like 7 hours. Just the 10 to 15 minutes of diffusing my waves, it cuts the drying time down by at least 3 hours. So to have consistent waves that are fully dry in 4 hours, that's pretty good in my book. Wavy hair needs its own advice. I think one of the biggest problems online is that wavy hair, it often gets lumped into curly hair advice. But us wavies, we have completely different struggles. We battle flat roots, hair getting weighed down, humidity, waves falling out too quickly, too much moisture, stringy hair, and undefined waves. We struggle with consistency. And I think many wavies feel like they're failing the curly girl method when the reality is the method just wasn't designed for our wavy hair type. So if you've been trying to force your wavy hair into a routine that just isn't working, maybe this is your permission slip to simplify. Because the second I stopped trying to make my hair behave like curly hair, my waves actually started looking better. And honestly, I think social media sometimes convinces us that we need 14 products and a 3-hour wash routine. So now I want to hear from you. If you have wavy hair, did the curly girl method work for you? Or did it completely backfire like it did for me? Tell me in the comments below because I feel like the wavies need our own support group at this point. And if you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hasta luego, my friends.